Okay, let's get started.
Ask me about all my viewpoints on Hubbard's character.
What is your first viewpoint on Hubbard and what is the goal you have postulate on yourself? Be brief and start from the beginning.
At first, L. Ron Hubbard was a philosopher who opens a new field of knowledge, at least a new focus or systematic approach, on his quest to unveil the spiritual reality, the human mind and objective social analysis plus social predictiveness. I created the goals of understanding him completely, testing his proposals, to prove him right, improve his methods, and to honestly live the reality of his organizations and followers he left behind. Since he was already dead when I started to know him and since I've never met the man or he never formed part of my personal environment.
Have you succeeded?
Given the fact that there is not a single isolated goal on the entire universe that doesn't lies over another previous goal, or more than one goal implied like many overlap layers.
Answer the question with less whirl and charge. Have you succeeded on your goals?
Yes, on some, but had trouble in one goal. My goals didn't change on the bigger picture, but my viewpoint has varied too much so far.
Expand on the trouble and where you shifted in your viewpoints.
Good or bad, right or wrong, true or false, beauty or ugliness, provable or unprovable. I got stuck trying to work as if all statements from Ronald Hubbard were consistent and equally valid. Then I got in serious trouble trying to improve what couldn't be sustained foolproof or be chosen no doubt, not even a place for reasonable doubt. I figured it out. I was dealing with an approximative systematic methodology with complex feedback, and that was not exact science.
So, where are you about your goal as you create that Scientology is not an exact science?
I didn't say that Scientology is something or not. I'm not talking about Scientology. I'm talking about Hubbard's proposals, methodologies and mental inventions on his own reality that didn't work, doesn't work and won't work on others' personal universe or intersubjective social reality.
Is that so? Then, your goals changed about Hubbard.
As science changed based on new critical data, I changed undoubtedly and so many times. And certainly my viewpoints on Hubbard changed, and changed harder, better, faster, stronger as more intellectual honesty was my inherent priority. An inherent deepest goal is a constant that is directly implied with my personal integrity and intelligence.
But you had said that your goals haven't changed.
At the bigger picture, I made so many discoveries on my personal journey. Even if I was on a fixed dogmatic goal based on wrong facts or intellectual mistakes, given the wise actuality that consciousness improves itself from her. Looking into errare humanum est, out of pride.
So, you could be wrong on your own, as is the finding of the adequate path to a clear target, even if your goal was a noble one.
No, you are misinterpreting me. Hubbard changes as my viewpoints changed on him. Like I moved him from a place to another, from one way or another, on my priorities and conquests of my personal goals.
I didn't follow you, and I didn't go anywhere.
You just have to understand that my search was finding the adequate form to achieve a fixed target, like saying that the search is a goal, a fixed one, like an inductive procedure. On this case being the goal to prove that Hubbard was right on everything in the search to accomplish that very thing leads you to arrange data with tendentiousness and biased thinking inside your comfort zone, and of course, with intellectual dishonesty as a constant.
Wait a moment. You just have been made up yourself by itself.
A more honest approach is the philosophy that states, the goal is the search.
Fail.
The major target on your tools was to achieve wisdom and improvement of personal ability to the conquest of personal goals.
Fail. We have to start over.
It's your fail. What part of approximative systematic methodology with complex feedback you didn't follow?
You were not following the rules. Do you want to achieve gains on your case or not?
What if I told you that there were two major stages on Scientology and Hubbard's evolution? The first stage takes place from 1948 to late 1967. That is when the whole Scientology was a high-fidelity facsimile from Hubbard's thoughts and desires, when he was in research, active and productive enough to handle something and taking responsibility. All on that stage is the mock-up from his insights. The second stage takes place from early 1970 to 2009, from Hubbard's Decadence and Darkest Hours, Trough Sea Org, Trough Law Trials and Court Controversy, through Aya's Birth, through Reclusion, Trough Hubbard's Death, Trough Miscavige, etc., to corporations, to tech alterations on 2007 and public scandals on 2009 and shit.
What the fuck? You said never met. How could you?
And it's not that people at the top of the church are evil, or that the mythomaniac psychopath responsible for the RTC is evil, or that all just went downhill to corruption from Hubbard death onwards. He is still responsible. Hubbard created fixed soldiers and left his mixed subjective truths on the wrong hands by himself, despite what contradictorily have been said on his writings. He made the awfully dogmatic KSW and he trapped his followers into his major mistakes, most of them in the organized religion and administrative rules and policies, like comparing child molesting with computer maintenance on the crimes section on ethics book. For the God's sake.
You lost me. I have no idea what are you talking about or where are you heading to.
And we can't say anything about political correctness or incorrectness, since Hubbard made up all the rules from his own hat with no transparent or clear revision of his thought stream or his philosophic constructions. It's the same way he created the axioms from thin air that works only inside the Scientology's bubble of his dreams, given the fact that Scientology isn't even near the one he dreamed about. Scientologists are incapable of being politically incorrect.
I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly because you tread on my dreams. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. With all its sham, drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful, dude.
He wasn't a scientist, and as a mystic he put too much from himself and made a circus with religion and social feedbacks. The current PR mechanism is his legacy. He created a system that's not as consistent and dynamic enough for not causing people to be trapped in a mental cult, even if he didn't want a cult at all. He created and put the path that leads people inside one.
You are committing a high crime, you will be disconnected. You wanted to play. Well, buddy, you got it, right here right now, I'm done. Face your consequences, dude.
A postulate must get an inherent lie to persist. Like saying every creation is an altar is of something unknown, even if we search for that something, we never reach it. And a game in order to persist must convert all the players into game pieces by not allowing them to know what they are, and even participating without concern, almost like broken pieces but surreptitiously following the rules of their game's creator.
Before you criticize someone, you should walk a mile in their shoes. That way when you criticize them, you are a mile away from them and you have their shoes. If you want to stand on the shoulders of giants, you have to be a giant first.
Are you Lafayette Ronald Hubbard, in possession of this being?
I'm on the mind of every brilliant people with goodness on their heart.
Did you take pinks and grays with rum on Las Palmas in late 1967 and pass trough the firewall with altered consciousness, mixing up everything you could? Like Sanu that was a part of Estoril Lisbon.
The clusters do exist. I saw them, but it's pretty hard to put into words. And I did my best.
No, you didn't. You moved with intellectual dishonesty along your way. You never created the opportunity to being corrected, even with your failed and broken familiar dynamics. And you let yourself be blinded by your megalomaniac personality that even never allowed you to anticipate direct future consequences, at middle or long terms, of the influence from your beliefs and attitude.
And I did all by myself, honey.
For goodness and goodwill, I command you to leave from this mind.
Dilemma 08800008.
The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name.
I touch the sound of silence, almost 3 times in a row.
The true name of God expels you.
Benzatrine, phenobarbital, begotten.
In the name of love, I command you to get away from this being. Let him get himself together and think by himself.
Lux Eterna, illuminatus canis ex inferis.
Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus et Philosophicarum Investigationum.
No. Ludwig Wittgenstein, oh no, Wittgenstein, oh Kurt Gödel, oh Joseph Campbell, oh Long Johnson.
Expecto Patronum.
Ahigenum enem fn homienem fura phffshhh chase murph shh shishiship sheep shit shoe shame shut a shot sock dick shat face shut motherfucker thriller, I, doer. I am exhausted, that was just insane.
How do you feel?
I'm kinda dizzy, my hands itch and my sight is weird. I'm confused. Who am I? What should I believe? Where am I going? What can I do?
Whatever you want.
Oh, dilemma.
No way, fuck that shit.
Okie dokie.